Hey guys, it's Carter and welcome back to my channel. If you guys missed my last video, you'll definitely want to go back and check that out because I did switch up my format. So if you have started following me because of Tesla, I am still talking about Tesla content, but I'm also adding in some finance, career, and also some tech topics. So this month is going to be the month of Vlogmas, where you're going to see a bunch of YouTubers create daily videos. I'm not going to participate in doing videos every single day. That's just a lot, honestly, with my full-time job right now, especially as we're just trying to finish up the year. But I am going to bring you more videos than usual. So I'm still going to post regularly on Tuesdays, but I might also post a few more times during the week. I'm going to test it out this week to see how many I can do reasonably, and then I'll just go from there. So today I'm going to bring you two different topics, a finance topic and also a career advice topic. Like I mentioned at the beginning, if you guys came here to see Tesla, I will still be talking about Tesla content. But for right now, this video is just going to be focused on these two because I found these really awesome questions on Reddit that I want to discuss today. So the first question is, I bought a home. Do I pay more per month towards the principal, or do I invest it through a broker? So they're saying that their interest rate on their mortgage is 2.375%. And then they're asking if it's a safe investment to continue to pay into their mortgage loan. And then they're saying they have a 10-year horizon for being in this house. So with an investment, what would I be doing with a lump sum payment on the mortgage then? And so he's just asking for advice. So this one I really would say depends on where you live. So if you live in an area where your house is appreciating quickly, then it would probably behoove you to do an additional mortgage payment per year. So that would still lower your interest rate. Even though this interest rate is still amazing, it would still lower it a little bit, which would, I mean, who doesn't want that? So, but if you don't live in an area where the housing market is booming, then it's probably not going to be a great investment to put that money into your house, especially if you already have a low mortgage loan rate. So if the rate was really high, I would say definitely continue to pay down on the principal so that you can lower your interest rate. But because it is low, then I think you have a little bit more options. So if I was this person, I would probably do one extra payment per year, which is what we currently do actually on my house now. And then I would take any of the leftover money and put it into the stock market, into index funds, and try to grow it from there. So I would do a little bit of both. I don't like to put all my eggs in one basket, and since I don't know where you live, I think it's just a safe bet to do a little bit of both. So now for the next topic, they are asking, should I wait for the promotion or just leave now? I gravitated towards this question because I've actually been in this exact position before. So it just was really interesting to read because I've just been in those shoes a few years ago. So basically they're saying right now that they could be up for a promotion and that the company has a little bit more of a food chain where all of the management, I guess, makes the major decisions, which is pretty usual, but the culture is not ideal. So it sounds like they are in a lower position right now. They're hoping to now then move into management. And they're saying if they do move up into management, the salary is a lot better and that they're going to have less stress on them as well. So they're asking, should they wait and see if they get this promotion, or should they leave now and just say, hey, I need to find something different? So, you know, this really depends. I would say if you had your boss come up to you and say, hey, so-and-so, you're going to get a promotion by the end of the year, then I would wait to the end of the year because I would want that promotion. So then if I do want to look for another job, then my salary's already boosted up and it looks like I'm already in a management position. But if you don't have that in writing and you don't necessarily trust the management, you're also saying that you don't like the culture. And so in my experience, if the culture isn't right, then it's not worth staying. Someone else is going to see your potential. Clearly, this company sees your potential if you are even up for a promotion. So I think that leaving at this point they would also see your potential somewhere else. So it just depends, I think, on what industry you're in too, because if you're going to, double your salary within the next year, then that could be worth waiting for. But also there's, on the flip side, you could never get it. So in my past, I have had someone promise me that I was going to get a promotion, and then they kept waiting and waiting and waiting, and I never really saw it. And they never gave me a distinct timeline for it. And that was super frustrating. At the end, I was just so frustrated with the whole thing that I was like, I can't stay here any longer, because it's just putting a bad taste in your mouth, because they're telling you that they're going to give you something, but you're losing trust along the way. So I would say, if you don't trust the management now, look for something else. Look for something else. It's usually, if the culture is bad, you don't want to be at that company anyways. But if they are giving you a timeline and they're saying that you could have a potential to make a significant amount more like per year, then I would say just give it a little bit of time and put maybe an expiration date on that and say, hey, I'm going to apply for a couple other jobs, just like, let's see what it's out there. And then if not, we'll just kind of like wait till that expiration date. Now is also a really great time to be looking for a new job. There are a ton of openings, and also companies are paying more than ever. So I don't know how long that's going to last, so it might behoove you as well just to look right now and just see what's out there, because it might not always be this way. So now to transition to the first Ask Carter segment. So this is the segment of the show where viewers can send in questions and I will answer them at the end of the show. If you're interested in sending in a question, feel free to at askcarterquestions@gmail.com. I will also add in the email in the description below in case you're interested. So the question that I got is that this person got an annual raise of 3%. And they're saying that they have seen inflation being around 6%. So they're asking if they can make a business case to get a higher raise. This is a tricky one, especially towards the end of the year as companies are trying to hit their budgets. I know my company, for instance, is kind of going to that very end part of the year where, what it is for right now until we hit December and until the new budget goes into effect over the next year. So a lot of companies, if you are slotted to get a raise, it wouldn't happen until the new year. So I would be weary to do it right now during the holidays, because a lot of companies just don't want to change the budget for the year. They want to hit their number. It also really depends on the culture of your company. If you love working there and this is the place that you want to be long term, then debating over 3% right now might not be your best move in the long run. I would say if that is the case, then I would wait a little bit and just kind of see how it plays out. A lot of companies are having a really great year this year. And if yours is one of those, then they could already have in the budget for next year other raises coming out. Now, it also too depends on your salary now. I would say if you are a high paid skilled worker, then you could have a case for it, but then again, you just want to be really careful. You don't want to get management to have a bad taste in their mouth. If I was this person, I would ask to sit down with my manager and talk through my career path. I think it's less about the now and more about the long term, to make sure you guys are on the same page about where you want to go and where you want to be financially. It's common to want to sit down with your manager and just say, hey, this is my position. These are my responsibilities. This is where I see myself growing and where I see my responsibilities, but also my compensation growing, and seeing if you're on the same page. And if you're not, then maybe this place isn't for you anyways. But if you are, then you're working towards a long-term goal instead of a short-term goal. So that concludes the Ask Carter segment for today. Look forward to some more videos coming in the month of December. Also, I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you had a wonderful time with your family, and I will see you in my next video.